Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of the J&J Show. I'm JJ, he's Jacob. It is great to be back. Jacob, the moment that we've been waiting for has finally arrived. The beautiful game is back. But we have other stuff to get into before, so let's not waste any time and jump right into the first topic of the day, and that is, dude, I can't do this much longer. I do not understand my baseball team whatsoever. I really don't get it, dude. Like, seriously, you sweep the Philadelphia Phillies, which is awesome. I'm very happy that they did that. But then to make things even just stranger is you go lose 3 of 4 to the goddamn Marlins, and then to make matters worse, you then go into Detroit and take a series from the best team in the American League. I don't get this team at all. Juan Soto is the star of the show. He had a grand slam in the first game. He had a home run in the last game. Well, yesterday's game.
Yeah.
No one really had an impact in today's game. They lost 6-2. But overall, an incredible series played by the Mets. Cannot complain whatsoever. It would have been nice to sweep them because the rest of the teams you're watching are like just never going to lose, besides maybe the Padres. Shout out to the Baltimore Orioles, by the way, for beating the Reds, the Padres 7-5. And that puts the Mets only, I believe, 1 game out of the second wild card spot. So all this Reds hate watching might not matter. But one of the things that has not been talked about enough is Juan Soto himself. And you didn't hear this from me, but the conversations have already started, my friend. And I'm talking about the conversations of Juan Soto, potential, and again, like, you're going to hate me for this.
I think I know where you're going.
This is the reality. The conversations have begun for Juan Soto to be a contender for National League MVP. And I didn't make this comparison. This was talked about on MLB Network last night. You're showing off these I don't believe in advanced stats. I believe in basic stats. But you look at Soto and you look at Schwarber. I don't even know what RE24 is. I don't know what WPA is. I barely understand FWAR, and I barely understand WRC+. So I am very against advanced statistics. But you could probably break this down better than I can.
Yeah. I mean, Soto's having an insane year. Like, he's picked it up as of late. He's kind of climbed the mountain. We could kind of say, you know, the Mets fans started booing him a bit. They started booing him, and then it turned into him. He's broken out since, and now possibly, you know, him and Schwarber could be fighting for the MVP now. Schwarber's been on a tear lately. Don't give him credit there, but I mean, you can compare the stats a bit and see how it goes.
The biggest discrepancy, however, within the two is the fact that Juan Soto has way less home runs than Kyle Schwarber does. Because Schwarber has, 47, if I'm not mistaken?
I believe somewhere around there.
He's around that mark. Soto is
49.
49.
He's at
49. Jesus Christ. Soto, on the other hand, is at 38, if I'm not mistaken.
37.
So that, to me, is the biggest discrepancy whatsoever. So, I mean, again, it all comes down to how you view it. So I believe that there is legitimate conversation that is starting with Juan Soto, but we could sit here and talk about him all day. As the sirens are going off here at Iona University, this has been a very common theme. Not to mention the fire alarm has also been a very common theme here at Iona University. But I do want to talk about another important thing that's coming up, and that is the series preview of the New York Mets and the Cincinnati Reds. Now, just about a week and a half ago, this was the make or break series for the Mets. This is a must-win game. But right now, my roommate and I we're watching the Blue Jays Reds game. This stadium is half freaking empty. Yeah. The Reds are in a terrible position right now because if they lose tonight to the Jays, they are 5.5 games back of the New York Mets. Unless they sweep, they're in a terrible situation. And if the Mets take the series, they can pretty much bury them in the dust once and for all. And we could put this Reds hate watching aside. The pitching matchups are as follows. David Peterson versus Andrew Abbott in game 1. That's going to be tough. Saturday is Jonah Tong versus Brady Singer. And then on Sunday is TBD versus TBD, the greatest pitching matchup ever. But it seems pretty clear that the starter for that game will be none other than Nolan McLean on regular rest, is what Mendoza has talked about. So I don't know how that's going to go, but I'm sure there's other people that know better than I do. And as I say, the Reds, they just took a 2-run lead off of Shane Bieber.
There we go.
No, not there we go.
Yes, there we go.
To be honest, I don't really care. I'm pretty sure it was Jose Trevino, too, who got the hit.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
But, yeah, so this series is going to be very important for the Reds. It's their make-or-break series. Mets just got to take 2 or 3, and they'll be fine. But anyway, we could sit here and talk about the Mets all day. We don't have the time to talk about the Mets all day. There is another team out in New York that we do need to talk about, and that is the New York Yankees. Last night, for the first time, I can say these guys impressed me.
Yeah, Trent Grisham, I think it's gone from a Juan Soto trade to the Trent Grisham trade at this point. Yes, Soto was a big help last year, but look at Trent Grisham. We're at 29 home runs on the year now.
He's been phenomenal.
If you told me that Trent Grisham would hit 30 home runs in a year, I'd call you crazy. Grand slam last night, probably the ultimate dagger for the Yankees. JJ, I just want to dive into something else in that game real quick. Did you see the Framber Valdez controversy that happened?
Yeah, I'm a little confused by it. So please elaborate about the whole.
I don't know. I wasn't watching. I didn't even know this happened until probably earlier today when I saw it. But supposedly, on the pitch that Grisham hit this grand slam on, Astros catcher, who's Salazar? Yes. Cesar Salazar, what a name, told Valdez to step off. Valdez ignored it and threw a sinker right down the middle, and it ended up being a grand slam. Next pitch, same exact pitch, but I guess Salazar called for something else. He got crossed up on it. It looked intentional to me as Valdez just looked like he just walked away from it and didn't even apologize or anything. So who knows? Maybe some bad blood there on the Astros pitching.
So you're saying he threw at somebody?
No, he threw it. It was a sink. It was the same pitch to Grisham. It was a sinker down the middle, but I think what's it called? I think Salazar called for something else, and then Valdez threw another pitch and crossed him up because I think Salazar expected something else. So I guess you could say he kind of threw at his catcher on purpose in a way, but maybe not.
That's weird. But
Yeah.
I love to see the Astros in controversy because I don't want anything good to happen in that organization.
Yeah.
I just don't like them
At
all. So to dive into the rest of this series, because this is a very important series for the New York Yankees, and it all starts with take us through. I believe you have the lineups on standby for tonight's game, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's read them out for the Yankees.
Right ahead.
For the Yankees, it's going to be Grisham at the 1. Great leadoff hitter. He's batting .250, but don't discriminate his 29 home run stat line. In my opinion, the perennial AL MVP, Aaron Judge, batting second, 43 homers, 97 ribbies. Cody Bellinger batting third. Jazz, after the 2 homers last night, bats fourth. Big G bats fifth. Ben Rice, sixth. Austin Wells, seventh. Everyone's favorite shortstop bats eighth, a.k.a. the next Jeter, they say. Probably the next failure, though. Sorry, Volpe. And Ryan McMahon bats ninth.
Take us through the lineup for the Astros, if you don't mind.
Now for the Houston Astros starting lineup, they're going to be going with Jeremy Pena at short, batting leadoff, Yordan Alvarez at the 2. Everyone's favorite MLB player, Jose Altuve, 4'1" Altuve, bats third. Correa fourth. Jesus Sanchez fifth. Yanir Diaz sixth. Victor Tarantini seventh. So they're going to go with 2 catchers, but obviously one's probably DH. Ramon Urias, deadline pickup from the Orioles, 8th, and batting ninth is
Hold on just a minute. We got ourselves a caller.
Oh, and we got a caller right here. Here we
have
go.
Ourselves a caller. It's my guy, EJ from Valley Central. What a guy. EJ, what is going on, my brother? You're on the show. How's it going? And he hung up. Never mind. Okay, then.
No
Forget
caller.
about that. Forget about that. So, moving right along.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just call me during the football session. So, back to the Astros, I think we are actually supposed to get some Yankee callers. I'm not 100%
Hopefully.
sure. Yeah, I would love that. But go back to the Astros lineup.
So yeah, Taylor Trammell was batting. I think I forgot to say him, but yeah, that's the 9-hole. So it's Pena, Jordan, Altuve, Correa, Jesus Sanchez, Yanyer Diaz, Caratini, Urias, and Trammell to round it out.
Yeah. So, all right. So that appreciate my guy EJ for testing out. The number does work, people. Call the number. It actually works. We just had to test that. But going into the series that is after the Astros, I'm pretty sure you guys take on Boston next, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's see, Yankees next series starting in a couple days will be at home. Actually, probably the first of the two biggest series of the season. A 3-game set at home against the Toronto Blue Jays.
Oh, it is Toronto,
It's
then Boston.
Toronto, which is going to be a
Oh,
huge series. So we will see what happens there. But yeah, it's a huge series after this Astros one.
yeah. So, oh, by the way, update in Cincinnati. The Reds have now taken a 5-0 lead. As
Yes,
Shane Bieber is, I think they are about to take him out. So, yeah,
who knows?
what
We'll see. We'll see.
a start for that. So, yeah, that is our baseball talks of the day. If you have any last-minute calls you want to make about baseball, now is the time to do it before we move over to the football segment, a.k.a. the beautiful game. Shout out to my guy Dylan Chow for that incredible catchphrase because I love that shit.
Mm-hmm.
It is known as the beautiful game for a reason. Unfortunately, this next part of the show is anything but beautiful. It is time that we dub our iconic lol cow of the week. Now, I just want to say for the record, I did not think this was possible. When I first thought of the people that were going to be considered, I did not think this was possible. I weighed into a lot of different situations. I'm like, this team being a lolcow, impossible. It can't be done. Well, unfortunately, this team that is a lolcow of the week, this team is a J&J show favorite. Ladies and gentlemen, your lolcow of the week for September 3rd, 2025 is on Brave Old Army team. How the fuck do you lose to Tarleton State at home? Absolutely tragic what happened in West Point this weekend.
Yeah.
You go 12-2 last season. You have one of the best running games in the country. You're potentially being ranked for a playoff spot. And you lose to an FCS team who you should have crushed on paper. I get it. You lost Bryson Daly. You lost Kanye Udo. Shit happens.
Mm-hmm.
But Tarleton State? Are you kidding me? I just realized, Jacob, we literally funded a Tarleton State upset win over Army.
Mm.
Let that sink in for a moment. Army has a worse record than Kent State, while Kent State played a team that was better than Tarleton State. Army, as of right now, is one of the worst teams in the entire FBS.
That's painful to say.
They're 136th in the entire country.
That's pain. That's just painful right there. I mean, 13.5-point favorites. I mean,
13.5.
Yeah, they lost a lot of key guys. They did lose Daly. They did lose Udo, but FCS school at home, it's unacceptable.
Are you kidding me? Tarleton State, I'm pretty sure, is a lower rank than you, and they beat you. You lost to the 163rd best team in the country. The only teams that are better than that were some of the Golden Lions of UAPB. I believe that's Central Connecticut, Morgan State, Robert Morris, Holy Cross, Bethune-Cookman, and Western Illinois. Absolutely tragic what took place in West Point. Army Black Knights, we still love you, but you guys sucked ass. You're the lolcow of the week. moving on to a much more positive subject is the recap of the college football week 1 season. Jacob, I know you are incredibly happy. Me, I'm miserable. So I really take us through this weekend madness. One of the best week 1 college football.
Week 1, what a banger it was, truly. 3 top 10 game matchups. You could say 2 teams in the top 10. We started off with, some might have said, the biggest, 1v2/3 games in CFB history. It definitely did not turn out to be that way. OSU with a nail-biting 14-7 win over Texas. It's the defense for me that showed out. Arvell Reese played very well. Julian Staten shined in some aspects. Carnell Tate with a great touchdown catch. Yep, horns down.
Always.
CJ Donaldson, the West Virginia transfer, with a touchdown on 4th down. This score was 7-0 OSU going into the 4th. I mean, Arch Manning looked horrid in my opinion. Like all the hype on him, and he just did not show up.
Yeah, that is why you don't put that much hype on a guy that's making his first start against the Ohio State Buckeyes, the true number 1 team in the country. They proved my rankings right. If you are, and this is my honest opinion, and I will go to war with people on this. If you are the number 1 team in the country, you are number 1. You win the national championship. You are the number 1 team in the country until you lose. Plain and simple. I don't get why this system isn't followed. I think this would make the polls so much easier. Fix it. I'm tired of the bullshit. I'm tired of seeing teams like Alabama still ranked in the top 10, which is a whole nother thing we can dive into. But yeah, take us through the rest of the Saturday afternoon contests.
Saturday.
There were some crazy ones.
Yeah. More Saturday contests. We have.
Wait a second. I just realized we forgot the games on Friday night, because Thursday and Friday produced some bangers as well. But definitely not the Nebraska-Cincinnati game. That game sucked. Nebraska, you were on fraud watch this year.
We'll start with Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. No, wasn't there a game?
Boise State, ladies and gentlemen.
Boise State got laid out. No, that was a Thursday game. Boise State got laid out. Wisconsin, I'm going to be honest. Yeah, they won. Good for them, but they were what? Only 18.5. Damn, they were only 18.5 favorites. I did not know it was that low. But yeah, a near 17-0, not pretty win in my opinion, over Miami, Ohio, Nebraska 2017. Probably the game of the day, low key.
Well, hold on a second, because again, it's our ESM boys. Rutgers. What the fuck was that?
Yeah, Rutgers. Near fall.
Don't ever do that to me again.
Near fall to Ohio. Parker Navarro balled out. Shout out Callie Ekvanis as well. I mean, who knows how good Rutgers will be this year. Shout out Delaware. They win the Delaware rivalry of whatever that thing's called, 35-17.
I didn't even know that was a rivalry, like a name.
I don't know. It's Delaware State and Delaware, so I'd probably assume it is. Wyoming
it's definitely some sort of.
Wyoming beats Akron 10-0.
Yeah, I had money on Wyoming's quarterback throwing 2 touchdowns. I was lucky to get 1. But then on Friday, we had ourselves a crazy doubleheader. We had a great game between Baylor and Auburn, which Jackson Arnold, what a performance by him. I mean, holy crap. He was unbelievable. No questions asked. And to make things even better, you're factoring in another great game from Haynes King and Colorado. Georgia Tech center may have had some money on the game, because that's why.
3 rushing touchdowns by Haynes King in that one. But
Deion Sanders, what are you doing? Why are you holding on to your timeouts?
Yeah, I was going to say that too, yeah.
I did not understand that whatsoever also. But then you get into Saturday's games. There was a bit of tension in Florida at 4:30 p.m. People were saying, is there a chance? Is there any hope whatsoever? Next thing you know, all you hear is da 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 da, over and over and over and over and over, because the Alabama Crimson Tide were taken out of the fucking building by Florida State. Are the Noles back? Is it too early to tell?
Who knows?
Maybe. LSU and Clemson. Now, this was a game I expected to be an absolute shootout.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, LSU defense. I was not familiar with your game at all. But then I had to watch Brian Kelly do a post-game press conference. It was not fun. I hated it. Sunday, however, I fell for an incredible trap, and that was Virginia Tech at South Carolina, spread going down at 6.5. Guess who was dumb enough to take the over on that game?
What was he over?
51.5. Safe to say it was nowhere like that.
I mean, Kyron Jones threw the ball well. I don't know about accuracy. 2 picks.
To make matters worse, oh, wait a second. We got. All right.
Let's see how this works.
Ryan. Ryan, how's it going, buddy? He hung up again. What the hell is going on?
Nah, I think they're just hanging up. I think it works.
That's weird. Anyway. Oh, he's calling me back. What is going on, Ryan? How you doing? I'm doing great. Hold on. Let me get his audio real quick. Stay right there for 1 second.
All right.
There we go. Ryan,
how's it going?
It's going great, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. Dude, you're exposing my number on the stream right now.
It's no one can see it, dude. No one can see it.
So, wait.
Anyway.
All right, so what I'm asking, question about college. Oh, wait. All right, let me go on.
Yeah, so I just wanted to ask you, we're talking college football right now. What were your thoughts on, because you're a Texas Longhorns fan, what was your performance on that week 1 game against Ohio State?
That was absolutely embarrassing. Arch Manning is not the man. I do not care anymore. I don't care if it's week 1. Arch Manning underthrew everybody, and he had that window wide open at the end there and threw it behind him. He is terrible. We need Quinn Ewers back now. I want Ewers back right now. I can't deal with Arch Manning.
To make matters worse, by the way, I mean, well, I'm assuming you had a Mets take for me. So what was that you were going to say?
A Mets take?
Yeah, after the series winning against the Tigers.
Ryan Helsley is ass. I never want to see him on a mound again. And the Mets offense is still the best offense in the league, and everybody else is fine besides Ryan Helsley and Kodai Senga and Shamanaya.
You heard that Senga might potentially be going to
yeah, I did hear
that. Yeah, if he accepts the thing, which he should, because it could fix his season around, and it gives Brandon Sproat a chance.
And since you are a Cowboys fan, do you have any predictions for tomorrow night?
I think realistically, the Eagles are going to win 28-17.
28-17?
Yeah, if I had to go on. So I don't think we're going to win it. I mean, I think we could win it, but I don't think we are going to win it. That makes sense.
So we were completely going to gloss over this, but since you're here, I feel like I have to ask. Give me your honest thoughts on the Parsons trade. This is a safe space. Say what you want to say.
All right. Honestly, at first I was honestly devastated. But now, like, after the Bland extension, the Hunter Lipke extension, Tyler Smith is in talks for extension. I love the move by Jerry Jones. Gives us 4 first-round picks the next 2 years. We could either move the picks for better players, and we got Kenny Clark. I know he's 30 years old, but it's 1 year of Kenny Clark, bro. If you let it all out this year, you never know what can happen. And Parsons was a crybaby. Can I curse?
Sure.
Yeah. Parsons was a crybaby bitch, and he lied to all the fans. He said that he would take cheaper to stay in Dallas, and he lied to us. We gave him a pretty good deal, and his fucking agent is a little scumbag and just didn't even, like, let us get a chance. So fuck Parsons and fuck his agent, and Jerry Jones did a good move, and it's going to work out, in my opinion. And Parsons might even play week 1 for the Packers, so look at that.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Do you like, are you buying into all that stuff about Parsons not playing?
I mean, I think he's going to play, but I hope he doesn't.
Alrighty. Well, thanks for your call, Ryan. I'm going to let you get back to doing whatever you're doing. If you guys want to call in, the number is 914-458-1596. It does work. Give us a call. Thanks, Ryan. Have a good rest of your day.
All right, JJ. I'll see you, man.
Take care. So, yeah, it does work. The call-in box.
Valid call. Valid work.
It does work. So, if you want to call in, the number's open. But anyway, back to the college football recap. Because I didn't even get to Sunday night. Oh, boy, was Sunday night fun for me. So, to make matters worse, my dad, as a peace offering, is offering me chicken cutlets with vodka sauce as a peace offering before the game because he knew I was going to stream it. And because of that result, a one-handed interception and an interception that goes off of somebody's leg is the reason why in 2 hours I have to wear this jersey on the air. In 2 hours. Tune in to College World Frenzy at 9 o'clock if you want to see an absolute vent session by me and Jake, because you have to remember Jake is an Army fan. So it's a full-on, and I think Lennon's actually going to join us.
Oh
So
boy, great!
punishment for
That
me
is
gets
great.
The punishment for me gets even worse. So, yeah, because, Jesus Christ. I don't want to blame CJ Carr because he had a great game. 3
No, he
touchdowns
did.
in his
He
first
did.
start. He was great. Where the fuck is the urgency? Where is the grit? Our offensive line and defensive line were getting mauled in the trenches. It was embarrassing. Did you see on 4th and 1 with 6 minutes left? Did you see the push that Miami got on that play? They drove our guys like 6 yards back. It was crazy. Their defensive line and offensive line was impeccable. They could not do anything wrong. So, yeah, that's my spiel on the thing and why I have to wear this orange piece of crap that's sitting on my chair.
Whose jersey is that?
It's my dad's.
No, like
Either
who?
that I was going to it's just a regular number 2 jersey. Either that I was going to wear his Michael Irvin jersey, but my dad did not want me to have the Michael Irvin jersey. So, because he was worried that I would have like spit on it and stomped on it, which I did anyway, just when he wasn't there. I took his jersey and I spit on it.
That's wild.
And I think it's safe to say that was the football god's way of saying, not so fast, JJ. Your methods are not going to work today.
Yep.
So, yeah, shout out to – and by the way, I hate to bring this up, but shout out to my guy, Lee Corso. We're getting another call. Oh, God. I think this kid's actually an Eagles fan. This is also a kid from South Carolina. Cody, what's going on?
Hello?
Oh, my God. What do you want?
Is this the College Football Live?
This is this is the J&J show. What do you want? What do you want to talk about?
Anything. I just wanted to let you know that you guys are really good at your job, and it's really hitting the spot.
Okay. Is there anything that you want to talk about while you're here?
I don't like the Cowboys.
Aren't you? That's what I say. Aren't you an Eagles fan?
No, I'm the Raiders.
You're a Raiders fan. Do you guys think that do you think you're gonna be able to beat New England week 1?
Yeah, well, we are better than the Dallas Cowboys, so.
Sure, that is all that matters.
Yes, exactly.
Well, thank you for.
And they're nothing without Micah.
Yeah.
I'm not done.
Are you not done?
Micah sucks. Micah sucks. I'm just gonna say it. And Dak Prescott really thinks he's good, but nope, not true at all. Anyone that is a Cowboys fan, I think they need to hear this podcast and they need to hear this call, and they just need to know that even if they're like in bed with a girl, that they're not cool and they're still gay.
Okay, then. Thanks for your call, Cody. Appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Have a good one. Well, that was something.
That was interesting.
College are still available if anyone wants to call into the show. Number, I'm just going to keep the number on the screen because we're done talking about college football for now. But let's get back to the top 25, shall we? Because we have a lot to discuss on this one, man. I tell you that right now. I'm not mad by any means with this top 25. It pains me that the Hurricanes are ranked higher than us, but it is what it is. So, yeah, this is your AP Top 25. How is Bama still ranked?
I mean, they did drop 13?
Yeah, okay. Realistically, I think that Alabama should still be ranked, but that's a 21's a crazy drop.
Yeah.
I mean, god damn. That sucks. But problem is absolutely no one feels bad for them at all whatsoever. I sure as hell don't feel bad for them. I can't stand them in the nicest way possible.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, Bama went into a tough environment. Shout out to Thomas Castellanos. He did a great job.
What a guy he was.
Yeah, shout out to Castellanos. Great, absolute balled out for Florida State. I mean, I feel like they can be a good team this year with him instead of whoever they had last year. What was it like? Was DJU last year?
They had DJ, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So DJU.
DJ for about half the season, and they had another guy. I can't remember his name.
So I mean, hey, DJU is a solid QB, but his career's gone downhill a bit in the past couple of years. But Castellanos coming in from BC could be a great guy for them. I feel like what were they unranked before that game?
FSU was unranked, yes.
Yeah,
That's actually okay. I have questions. One, why is FSU ranked number 14? Why are they even in the top 20, in the top 15? They were unranked. I get it. That's a huge win, but ranking them that high over Michigan is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I know you don't think that, but I do. Also, for those that are complaining, oh, why did Texas drop 6 spots and Notre Dame drop 3? Because you can't have a 0-1 team in the top 5. Can't do it. In the 7-10 range makes more sense. But that's my 2 cents on the poll. I am looking forward to, however, the good old 15 versus 18 matchup, which is our Empire Sports Media Game of the Week, selfless plug. Saturday night, right here on this channel, the Michigan Wolverines and Bryce Underwood take on John Mateer and his Oklahoma Sooners at Sharon Moore's alma mater. I am excited for this game.
Yeah, I think this will be a good game. I mean, Michigan had a couple of worries a little bit, like they didn't blow New Mexico out of the water. I mean, Underwood did impress. They're going to miss Jay-Sean, what's his name?
Jay-Sean Barham?
Yeah, they'll miss him for the first half of the game due to the targeting suspension.
That's one of the dumbest rules I've ever seen, is that they're suspended for a half.
Yeah, Loki should be a game, but that's college does what college does.
College football has some very bizarre regulations.
I mean, the way he got ejected was low-key crazy because at first they called it like a fumble scoop and score, and then they reviewed it. If it was a fumble, and the review comes out as targeting. So low-key crazy sequence there, but
it's strange to put it that way for sure. But the next thing that I do want to get into, and I'm super excited to talk about this part right here. Man, the NFL is back, but it's time for our college football pick'ems. It is time for our favorite tradition. Let me throw that game day graphic up in 3, 2, 1. J&J Game Day is back for Season 3. The only downside, however, is we do not have a guest picker this week, but that is okay. This episode was kind of last minute. So, as we get into J&J Show Game Day, so let's not waste any time. I'm going to pull the stuff up right now. You're obviously going to keep track of our picks.
Yeah.
Right.
They'll do it.
Alrighty. So, as I get the CFB pick'em up and running, I do want to just take a moment and say that shout out to everybody that's been watching this channel for the last, it's been a long time since we've been doing this. Where the fact that we filmed almost 3 seasons of this show is pretty. Oh, wait a second. We're getting another call. Wonder who this. I actually have no clue who this is. What is going on? Hey, how's it going? What do you got to say about the Cowboys?
This audio not on.
Hold on. Okay, then. I don't know what the fuck that was about. But anyway, I should have known because of the number. Okay. So, yeah. College football is back, and I am fired up for this stuff. Week 2 is a very strange week, in my opinion. But overall, I think it still has a pretty intriguing slate. We do have a couple of rivalry games, which is always exciting. And that is another home run for Alejandro. Oh, my God, Alejandro Kirk just hit a freaking home run. Shout out to my goat.
5-3.
Shout out to my goat peak male performance, Alejandro Kirk, for going Yabo, and the Jays have cut the lead down 5-3. This is the same. It's the same guy. I'm not taking that. Anyway, so here we go. To start our week 2 pick'ems, let's get this puppy going. Starting off with the good old Cy-Hawk Classic, Iowa versus Iowa State.
I'm going to go with the Iowa State Cyclones. You know, they started out 2-0, ranked 16. They're doing it seems to be very well. The QB play has been good so far. Great win in Ireland against K-State. I'm going to roll with the Cyclones here.
Great pick. It's hard for me to pick against the Cyclones. That offense has been rolling. Rocco Beck's been playing well. Carson Hansen's a dog. Overall, I've really liked what I've seen from the Cyclones. So I got to go with that. Week 2, game number 2 is UConn versus Cuse. Ooh.
This low-key should be a no-brainer. I mean, shout out to the Cuse guys. I'm going Cuse. I mean, they low-key got killed by Tennessee and Atlanta. I mean, showed a couple highlights there. Besides that, the defense needs to tighten up a bit, and they should get this one done at the Dome.
Same guy keeps calling. I know who it is. I'm not taking his call. Anyway, I got to go with Cuse. Yeah. I've heard stories about how UConn is like that. Oh, my God. It's the same guy calling me.
Yeah, just answer. See what happens. I'm thinking we have.
I'm trying to get him to send a voicemail. I guess not. Probably going to go bad. I'll pick this one up. All right. Yes. What can I help you with?
Is the audio on?
Hold on. What? What's going on? How are you? This is not Jonah. Okay, then. It's a good thing you can hear the audio. Just not taking any more South Carolina numbers. All right. Next up is Illinois versus Duke at noon. This is actually a difficult game.
Yeah, this look can be an early trap game for Illinois. Possibly, potentially.
Who are we going with?
Let me just look at this real quick. Let's see what we got here. It's Illinois favored by what? 2.5. Ooh. Who's Duke's QB? Who's even on this Duke team? Is this the what's the Tulane transfer or something?
Yeah, Darian Mensa.
Tulane transfer. I'm gonna go with the early upset. I'm gonna go with the Duke Blue Devils.
Okay. That's not a bad pick. I didn't think I'd be hitting it this early, but I gotta say it. Not so fast, my friend. Give me Luke Altmaier and the Illinois Fighting Illini. Next up is Baylor versus SMU. Another great football game.
Yeah.
I like this one more than the first two. Who you got?
I'm going to go with SMU here. You know, they still have Daniel. I believe his name is right. Daniels.
Kevin Jennings.
Or Jennings, excuse me.
You're thinking of the
Kansas guy. Yeah, Kansas guy. Yeah, they still got Kevin Jennings in there. A couple other good guys. Princeton showed out pretty good last week.
It's hard to pick against SMU in the situation.
Yeah.
So I got to go with the Mustangs. The Ponies. Next up, Virginia versus NC State. Now, NC State looked absolutely putrid against East Carolina. But I have to go with the Wolfpack here. This is a bounce-back game for sure. They should have lost to ECU. They're going to use this as momentum. Coming up, the border war. Kansas versus Missouri. Tough game.
Game here. I feel like either of these teams can win, low-key. But I'm going to go with the SEC home team, Missouri Tigers. I feel like the Penn State transfer, Bo Pribula, I think is how you say it. Pribula, yeah. I feel like he's going to be really good for Missouri this year. I mean, he split in the first game. He split his time in the first game with the other guy. I feel like when he becomes a consensus QB1, if he is, he'll take Mizzou for a good season.
That's not even the guy that I'm high on. The guy that I'm high on is Ahmad Hardy, the running back, who is absolutely unreal. So I got to go with the Tigers on this one. Give me Mizzou. West Virginia at Ohio.
I mean, Ohio did not look bad against Rutgers, but I feel like West Virginia's got this one.
I would think that too. Ohio has played very well against a lot of these teams, but it's hard for me to bet against West Virginia. I hope I'm right. Go West Virginia again. We will come back to that. Oh my God. Oh wow, a call-in I actually know. Finally. It's Mikey from Long Island. Mikey, how you doing, buddy? How are you?
Is audio on?
Hold on. Your audio is not working. Dude, what do you want? That was a fucking waste. Good thing the audio wasn't on for his either. Arizona State versus Mississippi State.
Can't hear us? Is that what or something?
Doesn't matter. Arizona State versus Mississippi State. Who do you got?
Arizona State easily.
Devils. I agree. Why is this Urbana? I'm just trying to take these calls which are actually like real people. Hello. Alrighty, I might have to close the call box. Vanderbilt versus Virginia Tech. This game is nuts.
Yeah, this is a really good game this week. Comment chat saying I don't know if our mics are working. Who knows? I'm going to go with the Vanderbilt Commodores to go on the road and get this one. I feel like Pavia and them, they're going to be another good team in the SEC, possibly building off last year's quote unquote Cinderella story.
Not so fast, my friend. It is too hard for me to pick against Virginia Tech. They're at Lane Stadium. They're at home. There's no way I go against them. I'm going with the Hokies. And finally, our game of the week. My mic's up. Yeah, I know the mics aren't. Wait, what do you mean the mics aren't working? Hold up.
Oh, no, he forgot. What?
That's weird. Maybe they can't hear us. Anyway.
Well, he said he forgot he's deaf. Still getting used to it.
Oh. Anyway.
Okay.
Our game of the week, Michigan versus Oklahoma. Now, I tell you what, this is a game that I am super anticipated for. So I think that it's only right that, let's just dive into this game really fast. Oklahoma comes in. They played very well in their week 1 matchup. Michigan, take us through the game against New Mexico, because I know you watched it way more than I did, because I did not watch that game. I'll be completely honest. I watched like bits and pieces of it.
I mean, Bryce Underwood looked really good and I think a lot of people would agree. I mean, there was a lot of highlights from him. He was stepping up, making plays. I mean, he definitely could have ran the ball a couple times. But the defense, they got tricked on a crazy trick play that I've never seen before.
That.
Yeah, New Mexico, ball rolled to the running back, and then the running back threw for a touchdown. I've never seen that. But, I think that if they tighten their defense up, Michigan could have this game in the bag. They have to contain Mateer in his offense. I'm going to go with the Sooners, though, as an OSU fan. I can't root for Michigan ever.
Oh, we know you were never taking. You were never going to take Michigan ever.
Yeah, how'd you know?
Yeah, it's hard for me to make this pick. That's for sure. As far as we are already at 45 minutes, that's actually insane. So as much as I would want to speed this up, but this is a really, really hard pick to make. I think that it all comes down to a lot of things. It comes down to whether Bryce Underwood shows out. It comes down to whether John Mateer balls out. Do I think Michigan's run game can shut down the best D-line in the SEC? I do. I think that there's legitimate possibility for both teams to win. So it's hard for me to definitely pick like a guaranteed winner on this because it's so even between these two. And I think that these are two fringe playoff teams. I think the winner of this game will eventually get a playoff spot. But I mean, it's hard to tell with this game, that's for sure. The one thing is for sure is that you can tune into this game on Empire Sports Media on Saturday night. It's going to be an absolute blast. I'm not sure who's calling the game, but I know for sure that we are at least doing it ourselves. So buckle up. It's go time. But before I make my pick, we do have ourselves a game day trailer. Roll it. That song never gets old. I'll tell you that right now. But to save you all the time, you already know. If you know me well enough, you know that I was never the biggest fan of Oklahoma. But I was also never the biggest fan of Michigan. So that being said, I'm going with Boomer. Give me Oklahoma at home to take down the Michigan Wolverines. But that's going to do it for our first set of game day. But you got to remember, we cover both footballs, baby.
Mhm.
This is the beginning. The NFL is back, and I know you especially are ecstatic about this.
Can't wait for it.
So, without further ado, take us through our upcoming matchup being featured in week 1 of the 2025 NFL season. It's our beloved boys, the New York Football Giants, taking on the Washington Commanders.
Man, the Giants. I said the Giants. I feel like the Giants team a little bit has changed. You could say quite a lot over the past in the offseason. I mean, in my opinion, one of the best drafts in the NFL. Jackson Dart and Abdul Carter in the first round. Cam Scatterbull, possibly some could say. Would you agree? Maybe a little bit, JJ. A couple might say the best running back in the draft. Some could say maybe over Hampton. But we'll see. They're going up against Jaden Daniels, the newly extended Terry McLaurin, Deebo Samuel, and the Washington Commanders. I feel like for the Giants, their offense is going to need a score because I know the defense can definitely get stops when they need them. When the Giants need them to get stops. So I feel like it's going to depend on Russell Wilson, Neighbors, Tyrone Tracy, and the rest of that crew to get the ball in the end zone. So I'm excited for Sunday. I feel like it's going to be a very good game. We'll see how it turns out there in Landover.
As we'll make predictions in just a little bit. My standing on this with this whole Commanders Giants game is hold on a second. Because we do have ourselves another caller. And I think we have ourselves a Giants fan on the other line. It's RJ from Floral Park. Our boy's back. RJ, what is up, my guy? How you doing? I'm doing well, thank you. So, talk to me about this upcoming matchup between your boys, the Giants, and the Commanders.
Yeah, I just wanted to get your opinion on Jackson Dart this week because I've been hearing some rumblings that the Giants could use him for like 5 to 10 plays. What do you think the Giants should do this week? Do you think they should do that, or should they just play Russ the whole game?
That's a very interesting take. Jacob, what do you got?
I feel like obviously start Russ. They're going to do that. They're going to start Russ. But if they need to go Dart, they definitely can go Dart. But if it's close, I don't think they'll switch. I think they'll stick with Russ for majority of the game, unless it's a blowout on either side, or it gets Russ is just not having it.
I guess
That would work.
Thank you, RJ. Oh, we got another incoming call. All right, let's see what this is. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on, man?
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
What do you want to talk about?
I was talking about the Giants offseason and I don't know, man. Cam Scatterable, some people have said he could be running back one eventually over Tyrone Tracy, but I just want to get your guys' thoughts on that.
That's an interesting take. It goes a lot of different ways, but I think that Tracy is gonna be I think he's gonna be the guy going forward. I think that Scatterbo is gonna be solid as an RB2. I think that there's gonna be a lot of potential from both sides. But I think Tracy's obviously going to stay RB1. What do you think, Jacob? You're the Giants fan here.
I feel if Scatterbo just got to adjust it into his role.
Fuck that Fire Sports Media.
Oh, then. It's Tommy. I should have known.
Oh.
Tommy Coyne, you absolute bastard. I should have known. The voice was definitely throwing me off a little bit, but hey, that's whatever. All right, well played, Tommy. You bastard. Anyway, the rest of this, it feels like it's hard for me to take the Giants in this one, but hey, that's not what this is for. Let's get to our second preview of the day, the New York Jets versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, I know a lot of Steelers fans are not really looking. Jesus Christ, now what? I'm getting potential spam call numbers. Who is this? Hello.
Yo.
What's up? You got anything
Can they
to
hear
say?
me?
Yeah,
Yo.
I can hear you. What's up?
No, can they hear me?
They can hear you. Yeah, what's going on?
I just wanted to let them know that they're all a bunch of niggers.
Oh,
Thank
boy.
Thank God you couldn't hear that one, I don't think.
No, we did.
They did?
I heard it, so the problem is they did.
Oh, well. What can you do? I should have known better. Anyway, got to take that segment out. What can you do? All right. To the Steelers and the Jets, this is definitely one that I know a lot of Jets fans are not looking forward to.
Mm-hmm.
Because Aaron Rodgers is headed back to New York, and he is not on your side. He is on the side of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, I'll tell you what, I know a lot of Jets fans they want to see this man get booed out the building. Let me tell you something right now. That is just not happening at all. No questions asked. Like, if you are willingly going to sit here and tell me that the Jets are going to handle the Steelers, it's not happening, dude. Like, it's just not. And I'm not going to say you're living in denial if you believe that, but it's hard for me to, get on that side. So I believe that the Steelers are going to win this game by a lot. I think, though, that the Jets are going to have a pretty solid day, but really nothing to be exciting about. I'm not sure if you've heard this, but apparently 48% of the stadium is going to be Steelers fans.
I did see that.
Yeah, that is a real stat. So, Steelers fans, you might be cooked. Or Jets fans, you're cooked. Nicest way I could put it. But let's not waste any time. Get right into the second edition of J&J Game Day, which is the Week 1 pick'em for the NFL. Jacob, I can't believe it. We finally made it.
Yeah,
it is finally time to make some NFL picks for the first time all season, starting with the Thursday night thriller, Cowboys-Eagles.
Personally, I hope both teams lose.
You're calling for the tie?
No, I'm not doing that. It's going to be the Eagles. Unfortunately, the Eagles are going to win this game, sadly, but I just don't think Dallas is good anymore.
Chiefs versus Chargers, week 2, or game number 2.
I'm gonna go with the KC Chiefs to win this one in Brazil. I just feel like they're gonna continue. They're gonna be another top team this year.
I agree. I'm also going to go with Kansas
Yeah.
City. It's going to be close, though, because the Chargers always play them tough. But you can't get me to sit here and say, oh, yeah, like I'm going to take the Chargers to win a week 1 matchup against the Chiefs. Buccaneers and the Falcons.
This should be another no-brainer. We're gonna be going with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
This is a boring start to the week. I hope it kicks up. Oh, my gosh. It gets worse.
Yeah, you're not gonna
Bengals,
get many.
Browns. I'm taking the Bengals, but I think the
Yeah,
Browns could potentially cover with Joe Flacco at their starting quarterback. Dolphins at Colts. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna go with the Dolphins here.
Gosh. Another call in. I'm only million, so I know it's actually a real person. What do you want? What do you need? Well then. Dolphins Colts, who do you got?
Dolphins, easily.
Yeah, I feel like it's not really close between those two. Raiders at the Patriots. This will actually be somewhat of an interesting game.
Ooh, I'm gonna go with the newly revamped New England Patriots.
I agree. I think the Raiders will keep it close. But I'm gonna take New England in this one. Cardinals at the Saints. Jeez Christ. Are we about to agree on every single one of these?
Yeah, I'm going with the Cardinals here.
Also, an Addison Barger home run just tied the game 5-5.
Boy.
Let's go. Steelers at the Jets. This one is also a no-brainer. Gotta go with the Steelers. Yeah. Hard for me to pick against them. That's for sure. Coming up next is the Giants and Commanders. Jacob, you finally get to make a pick.
Okay, so okay, we just did the Jets game and both pit. Okay, so let's see here. Giants, 6% of people are picking them. That's
6. That's it.
It's only 6, and
Christ.
No, I feel like most of the games on this Giants schedule, they possibly actually never mind. It's the hardest schedule in the league. I forgot about that. After having the 3rd pick, they get the hardest schedule. Makes sense. This is going to be a huge Kickstarter for the Giants season. Of course, you've already picked the right side.
I was not taking Washington. I had to pick Washington.
Yeah.
You're actually going with the Giants.
I mean, I'm a fan of the team. Why wouldn't I?
Wow. Our first disagreement.
I'm not pulling a Charlie Hitt and not picking my own team. I mean, he did do that last year. So
speaking of Charlie Hitt, say his name and he appears. The Carolina Panthers versus the Jaguars. I've seen so many people pick the Jaguars. I want to vomit in my mouth. The Panthers are winning by 7 points. Give me Carolina.
Give me the Jags.
Finally, we're disagreeing. This is definitely not a disagreement. Tennessee and the Broncos.
Yeah, just move on.
49ers and Seahawks.
Interesting here. I'm going. Is this a Sunday night game? I think it is. No, it's not. It's a 4:25 game. I'm going to go with the 49ers to take this one on the road in a tough environment.
Oh my God. It's the same number that just called me. Yeah, I'm not picking this. I just got to go back to the rest of the show. Okay. I got to go with Seattle. Just the same guy. I'm just not answering it. The call is boxed. All right. I'm going with the Seahawks at home. They're underdogs, but it's hard for me to pick against them. Seattle's a crazy atmosphere. I'm going with the Sam Darnolds of the world. Give me the Seahawks. Lions and Packers. I hope you're writing this down, by the way.
Yeah, I am.
All right, good. Lions and Packers.
I'm going with the Detroit Lions.
I'm also going to Detroit Lions. Same guy still calling.
Just block it. Just
I'm not answering it. Texans at the Rams. Here we go.
I mean, I feel like I know who you're picking.
Gotta go with my boys, man. Gotta go with the Rams. Now we're favored. We're at home. Gotta go with my team.
I'm going to agree with you on that one.
Yeah, there we go.
With that one.
That's what I like to see. Ravens and the Bills. What do you got on this one? The Sunday night game, the Empire Sports Media game of the week. We do not have a trailer ready yet, unfortunately.
I'm going. Oh, wow, these odds are wild in my opinion. I don't know. Okay. I'm going to go. I feel like Buffalo is one of the toughest environments in the league. The Ravens are the
Mike
better.
Guerrero Jr. gives the Jays the lead. Let's go.
Dinger.
Dinger.
6-5.
Everything's flying. Christ.
Yeah, the ballpark is everything's going out there. I'm going to go with the Baltimore Ravens to get it done.
That's a good pick. That's a really good pick. It's hard for me to bet against those guys, even though I'm about to bet against them right now. Not so fast, my friend. Give me the Buffalo Bills at home. And then finally, the Vikings and the Bears.
Dang, Aaron Nola just got wrapped on.
How many runs? 4? 5?
Five in the first.
Let's go. Come on, baby. That's great news. So what do you got?
I'm going with the Vikings. I don't think the Bears are going to be that good this year.
Going with the Vikings as well.
I don't think the Bears are going to be that good
That'll
this year.
sum up our picks for the NFL as we now dive into my favorite segment of the show. You know it. You love it. You missed it, but we're back, baby. New York State high school football is back in full swing. And Jacob, we have ourselves a loaded slate this week, I've been told, in Section 1 football. I've been told there's a crazy slate. Take us through.
I personally only know about our game. Let me look this up real quick.
All right, it's fine. I'll just rifle off the matchups. You just pick a winner. All right? Starting off with Clarkstown South versus Lakeland.
I don't really know other high school sport teams besides us, but
Fair enough. Take us through the Tappan Z versus Pearl River match.
yeah, PRTZ year 2 at PR this time. They won it last year at TZ. I think it's going to be a good game Friday at 7 o'clock. It's a night game, Friday Night Lights, first of the year. It's going to be packed from both student sections. Obviously, the tempers are probably going to be flying between the parents. Always a great game. Always a great time when PR and TZ show up.
Is that like an actual rivalry?
I mean, I personally think it is. I feel like that's our biggest quote unquote rival. But we got a lot of new guys stepping in the roles of a lot of seniors from last year. TZ did win the Hudson Valley League, aka the Independence, aka the Notre Dame of high school sports last year, taking down
In the words of John Cena, you are what you hate. And you are the Independence now.
Yep. So shout out to the Independents. But I think TZ will win this one. I think one of my friends said if he had to set a spread on this game, it's TZ minus 4.5.
TZ's the favorite?
According to him, I don't know. Apparently, they're only returning 2 guys on both sides of the ball, so it's basically a whole new team.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, I guess we're rolling with our school here. Let's go. That's what we got to do.
All right. What I want you to do is I'm just going to pull up the Section 9 scoreboard because I have it. And it's for this weekend because this is a crazy slate for this weekend in Section 9 football. Because, like it or not, I still cover it. Even though I'm not with Newburgh football anymore, I still will pick winners. I will still have the team. So, you're just going to read off the matchup because it's going to be on the screen, and I'm just going to pick a winner because I am the Section 9 football guy. All right. Start us off from the top.
All right, let's see if it loads. It wants to load real quick.
It should load.
Yeah, I think it is.
There we go.
All right.
Let's go.
We will be starting with number 17, Valley Central, and number 10, Washingtonville.
So Valley Central is coming off a pretty solid season. Per se, 4-4 last season. I mean, forgetting a 54-0 loss to Newburgh, which was probably the biggest low point of their season. They hung in against a lot of good teams. They gave Monroe Woodbury, who eventually won the section, a run for their money. And then Washingtonville, who lost almost every senior under the sun. I don't like to start this off with a hot take early. Give me the Vikings in an upset. I'm taking Valley Central to get it started.
All right, next game on the right, we have number 14, Goshen Central, and number 1, Port Jervis. I'm pretty sure you said Port Jervis is probably going to run.
Let me tell you right now, Port Jervis is an absolute machine. They are the best team in Section 9 by a country mile. It's really not close. Give me the Red Raiders by 40. They're that good. Skip the South Plainfield game. Let's get to Menacing Valley.
Menacing Valley against Section 1 Suffern.
Good old Section 9 versus Section 1. Can't really get tired of these.
Yeah, we got a lot of those. What the heck?
Why are there so many Section 9?
Yeah, we got a lot of them.
The only one that's not is Newburgh because they're playing up in McQuaid. This is a tough one. I'll tell you that. Menacing has one of the most destructive running backs I've seen in Zach Phillip, who in my opinion is the Mike Allsott of Section 9. He's an absolute tank. He's basically a fullback, but he runs like a running back. So I'm going to go with Menacing Valley to take out Suffern. But then, oh boy, this is a tough one. This is a really tough one right here. Take us through this one, Jacob.
Rye Middletown.
Rye is one of the best football schools in the state of New York.
Mm-hmm.
Middletown is coming off of a season where they finished as the runner-up after pretty much getting a cakewalk to Section 9 championship because of a forfeit that happened within Newburgh, which is a whole other conversation. We can talk about that another day. I'm going with Rye to crush Middletown. I think that Rye is just a well-oiled machine, and it's very hard for me to pick against them. So I'm going to go with Rye on this one.
All right.
Rye Garnets, to be
Yeah,
more
Rye Garnets. The next game, we have Nyack and Kingston.
Talk about a shitters bowl. Holy Christ. Two of the worst teams in New York State, Nyack and Kingston. I never had much love for Kingston. I never had much love for Nyack either because my dad played against Nyack, lost 49-0 because they forfeited the game at halftime because him and his best friend were the only people left on the bench, and they were both freshmen. Anyway, so I'm going to go with Dylan Shalom and Farrell Hudson High School. I'm going with Nyack on this one.
All right, next up we got Burnt Hills, Boston Lake against Cornwall Central.
That's just regular Burnt Hills, right?
I guess this is Boston Lake.
Hard for me to go against Cornwall in this situation. Cornwall is one of the best teams in the section. They got Jordan Bishop, who's an elite running back, he's coming back for his senior year, who torched us when he played against Newburgh. And a lot of teams that Cornwall went back to winning their Section 1, winning that Section 9 title. Tough one here, but give me the Dragons.
Next, Red Hook and Hudson.
I know nothing about either team. Red Hook. I genuinely have no idea.
I'm pretty sure this is another 9v1, right? Isn't Beacon?
No. Beacon's 1. Or Beacon's 9.
Oh, Beacon's out. Okay, so I thought they were 1 for a second. Beacon and Highland.
I gotta go with. I'm gonna go with Highland on this one. Two shitters in the section, but I gotta go with Highland. Saugerties and Wallkill. Oof. Saugerties is absolutely piss poor at football. I'm going with Wallkill. New Paltz at Dover. Dover has been kind of flying under the radar a little bit, but they're still not very good. I'm going to go with New Paltz.
All right, next up we got Roosevelt and Ketchum. This is
FD. This is another 9v1. So Roosevelt is FDR, is what they're called.
Yeah, I know. We played them in basketball a couple times.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Ketchum on this one. Roosevelt was absolutely terrible in the scrimmage, so they probably suck in real life.
Mhm.
All right. Oof. This is a good one. This is a really good game right here. You got to read off the matchup?
Pine Bush and John Jay.
Another 9-1. And one takes the cake in this one. Because as good as Pine Bush is, I got to go with John Jay on this one. They're that good of a team. They still have a lot of guys left. And they probably could have made it to the section final in football, but couldn't get the job done. So, yeah, I am going with John Jay on this one.
Next up, we got Burke Catholic and Delaware Academy.
Burke versus Delaware is a very good one here. Burke has shown that they mainly play against the cupcake opponents because they're fortunate enough to play in in Class C, if I'm not mistaken. It's either C or D. I'm going to go with Burke.
All right. Next up, we got Wagner and Warwick.
So Wagner versus the Racists. I'm going to go with Warwick because they still have a lot of guys left. Still a well-oiled machine. I'm going to go with the Wildcats.
All right, next up, I believe this is another
That's
9v1.
Chester. That's another 9v1.
Another 9v1. We got Chester.
Just say Chester.
Chester against Tuckahoe.
I got to go with Tuckahoe. I feel like Tuckahoe is still a very well-rounded team and have a lot of guys left. So that'll do it for our Section 9 picks. Oh, wait. There's one more game. On Saturday, we have ourselves Newburgh versus McQuaid. And this is my game of the week. Now, Newburgh is coming off a season that was full of trauma and just a lot of things that went on. This is a very hard pick for me. McQuaid is one of the best teams. They're ranked top 5 in New York State. This game will make or break if Newburgh is truly a contender because this is one of the guys they're going to have to face en route to the state championship. That being said, this team has only got better and they've only gotten older. I like Bill Bianco's guys. I watched their scrimmage against FDR. They looked very good. I'm obviously not attending this game because this game is all the way up in frickin' Rochester. I'll definitely be watching for sure on NFHS. But, boys, I love y'all, but you have to prove me wrong on this one. I'm going with McQuaid. McQuaid is the better team. It's hard for me to bet against them. Newburgh, if you're watching this, prove me wrong. Simple as that. I'm going against my boys. I want to see what they're made of. I want to see what this team is made of. So that'll wrap it up for the New York State High School football preview, and that'll wrap it up for another episode of J&J. We're back to the hour-long episodes because this is what happens when football's back and both baseball teams are in a power race. So thank you guys so much for watching another episode. For Jacob Kaplan, I'm JJ Seglio. We're signing off. Have a great rest of your night.